This is Ross Feingold on the Taiwan Hashtag program, coming to you from Taipei, Taiwan on Storm Media. Today we're going to be talking about dueling national days. Yes, coincidentally, the National Day of the People's Republic of China and the Republic of China on Taiwan both fall in October. How did this happen? Let's go back through the history. The Republic of China, founded in 1911 after there was an uprising against the Qing Dynasty, uprising led by the Republican movement. Sun Yat-sen, the father of Republic of China, was the head of that movement, which had fought for many years to overthrow the Qing Dynasty, which came from the Manchuria region of China. And they were finally successful. You may have seen the movie Last Emperor. That was the uprising. The empire collapsed, and there was a new government in China. Of course, subsequently, China had civil war, warlords, Japanese invasion, and many of you might be familiar with that history. But all that occurred, or the uprising began on October 10th. That's why we commemorate that as the National Day of the Republic of China. And it'll be a holiday here in Taiwan this week on October 10th, very frequently referred to as Double 10 or 10/10 because it's on October 10th. October 1st, last week, was the National Day of the People's Republic of China. In fact, it was the 70th anniversary. What were they celebrating? They were celebrating the end of the Civil War. In 1949, Mao Zedong stood up at Tiananmen Square and proclaimed the founding of the People's Republic of China. So a question that I'm frequently asked is, do people in Taiwan care about what happened in Beijing last week, the big parade? Xi Jinping's big speech to the assembled masses, to the military representatives of the various ethnic groups in China. International media was there, a lot of coverage, a lot of that military hardware, some of it on display for the first time. Do people in Taiwan care? The short answer is no. People in Taiwan last week were going about their lives while that parade was going on. In fact, it was Tuesday. The day before, last Monday, was a typhoon holiday. Unfortunately, there were some fatalities. There was a bridge collapse. People were much more concerned about the typhoon and returning to work on Tuesday than they were about a parade and a speech in China. And when Xi Jinping says something about cross-strait relations, people here in Taiwan, fortunately, and to their credit, they don't stop what they're doing and let their lives be dominated by every statement that Chinese government spokesperson or even Xi Jinping make about cross-strait relations. And in fact, Xi Jinping did not dwell much on Taiwan or cross-strait relations with a standard line about peaceful unification. They kind of didn't really get into the use of force threats that they sometimes make. So Taiwan or cross-strait relations was one remark, and it was also part of the section of the speech that talked about one country, two systems in Macau and Hong Kong. There was, of course, much more attention to what Xi Jinping said about cross-strait relations on January 2nd of this year when he made a major speech about cross-strait relations, and that kind of set the tone for relations over the course of the year, and then that's been augmented by the events in Hong Kong as well. But when Xi Jinping made that speech on January 2nd and got immediate response from President Tsai, that got a lot more attention here in Taiwan, so people in Taiwan are not really paying attention to the speech. The military parade, again, it's not something that people in Taiwan pay a lot of attention to. We know that there's a threat from China. It's a daily threat. We live with it all the time here in Taiwan. The military has been investing more money, larger military budgets, trying to explain to the public the need to be more supportive of large military budgets and national defense. The United States recently approved the sale of 66 F-16V fighters to Taiwan. So Taiwan is doing what it needs to do to improve its defense capabilities. And again, the fact that China had a parade with different kinds of weapons and soldiers marching, missiles, things like that, it's just not of interest to the public in Taiwan. The government here in Taiwan, again, didn't really dwell on it either. It's something we're just used to. So some statements from the president and the ruling DPP, but that was mostly in the context of the protests in Hong Kong, which were very violent on October 1st. So what can we expect in Taiwan on October 10th? Well, that's also a very interesting question. The Republic of China moved its government to Taiwan at the end of the Civil War in 1949 when Mao Zedong proclaimed the People's Republic in China. So Chiang Kai-shek and the nationalists, the Kuomintang, they moved their capital to Taipei at the end of the Civil War, a lot of the people in Taiwan didn't really welcome them. They still don't welcome it today. So the Democratic Progressive Party of President Tsai, which also has a majority in the Legislative Yuan, historically, they've been associated with what people call the independence movement, that they want to proclaim a different country, maybe call it the Republic of Taiwan, and they weren't really supportive of the Republic of China's presence here on Taiwan. Some even say that it's illegally occupying Taiwan to this day. It's a colonial government, just the way the Japanese before them were a colonial government, because nobody asked the people of Taiwan, do you want the Republic of China to come here? Be that as it may, the government of Tsai Ing-wen was elected to be the president and the legislators of the Republic of China under the Republic of China Constitution. Yes, believe it or not, that Constitution was originally written in China before the end of the Civil War, so we're still operating under that Constitution. So the ruling party here in Taiwan has a bit of an unusual relationship with the Republic of China. But again, President Tsai is the president of the Republic of China. She has vowed repeatedly to uphold the structures of the Republic of China, the Constitution. In fact, over the course of this year, I think we can see a trend where President Tsai is more comfortable talking about the Republic of China and using that name. So historically, the DPP would emphasize Taiwan. They would de-emphasize the Republic of China. Government documents, for example, websites, when the DPP is in power, you would see the word Taiwan more and the Republic of China less. Contrast that with the government of former President Ma Ying-jeou from 2000 to 2016 of the Kuomintang, who believes that it was proper, it was legal for the Kuomintang government to move to Taiwan at the end of the Civil War. They believe that Taiwan Island is part of the Republic of China. So they have a more heavy emphasis on the Republic of China and that Taiwan is part of the Republic of China. DPP, not so much. However, given the recent events, the threats by Xi Jinping and the Chinese Communist Party to use force to force Taiwan's unification with the People's Republic of China, we see the current government in Taiwan more comfortable using the phrase Republic of China. So talking about defense of the Republic of China, talking about the sovereignty of the Republic of China, protecting the Republic of China. Now, as we talked about in a previous program, sometimes they'll call it the Republic of China, parentheses, Taiwan. Sometimes they'll call it Republic of China on Taiwan. Recently, there was a new phraseology, which was just Republic of China, Taiwan, no comma, no parentheses, no particles, no the word on in the middle. Whichever phrase they use, it's been a bit of a change for President Tsai and her DPP. That's actually caused some criticism for President Tsai. Yes, there are politicians and small political parties, presidential candidates even, who are seeking to fill that space and say, look, President Tsai is not aggressive enough about getting rid of the Republic of China. So we are the party that's more supportive of Republic of Taiwan, new constitution, new country name. Will they get a lot of votes in the presidential election? Well, they won't win. If they get 5 or 10% of the vote, we shouldn't be surprised. It may or may not be fatal to President Tsai's re-election. As of now, it doesn't look like it because our poll numbers are increasing. Her gap with Han Kuo-yu, the Kuomintang, keeps increasing. But there's still a lot of voters, even if it's 5 or 10%, who are very frustrated. They're frustrated with President Tsai for talking about the Republic of China and protecting the Republic of China's sovereignty instead of proclaiming a Republic of Taiwan or making action or taking actions to move in that direction. As usual, Taiwan's politics are very complex. So we will see a lot of this flag in the coming days in Taiwan. This is the flag of the Republic of China. It's not the old flag of Myanmar, sometimes gets confused. It's not the flag of the People's Republic in China, which is the red with the 5 yellow stars. Okay, this is the flag of the Republic of China. It's been their flag since the 1920s, after the revolution and the end of the Qing Dynasty, when they selected a flag. So this has been the flag. It's the flag that the Kuomintang, the nationalist government, brought from China when they moved their government here in 1949. So we'll see this flag all over Taipei, on lampposts, for example. There'll be some public events where the flag will be prominently displayed. Overseas Chinese communities, there's still a lot of overseas Chinese communities that have a close connection to the Republic of China, not to the People's Republic of China. So you might see the flag flying in Chinatowns around the world. They might have some events to recognize the National Day of the Republic of China. Government of Taiwan's representative offices will typically hold receptions and other public events around the world as well, including at their facility in Washington, D.C. There's usually a big reception. So we'll see the flag. Maybe they'll even fly the flag in a more public manner. That sometimes causes some friction with the United States government when the flag is displayed at the government facilities of the representative offices of Taiwan. So we'll be watching out for that, how prominently it's displayed, and if there's any complaints from the U.S. government, because that's sometimes happened in the past. But this is the flag of the Republic of China that will be flying on National Day, October 10th, double 10. Don't confuse it with the flag in China. But yes, it is coincidence that these events occur in the same period in October. That October 1st was the National Day or the founding day of the People's Republic of China, and October 10th is the founding National Day of the Republic of China. So we'll see how much of a patriotic moment President Tsai makes this into when she makes her speech on October 10th. That will get some attention here in Taiwan. It'll get some attention on the other side. So Xi Jinping and the Chinese Communist Party leadership will certainly be watching for what President Tsai says. I would expect President Tsai to reiterate what she said consistently throughout this year, that the people of Taiwan do not accept one country, two systems. She may directly say we don't accept the 92 consensus, which wouldn't be a surprise because that's the position of her government. So if that's her position, she should just come out and say it. But definitely there'll be an emphasis on we reject one country, two systems. We reject the bullying of China that is displaying towards Taiwan, whether it's military exercises or persuading countries to de-recognize the Republic of China on Taiwan. So I will expect another very emphatic, tough speech by President Tsai where she mentions National Day. She might mention the Republic of China a few times. Well, of course, critics will say, oh, did she sing the national anthem with sufficient amount of enthusiasm? And the Kuomintang will probably criticize her over that, or unfriendly media will criticize her over that. That's not something that the public or voters really care about. But National Day, dueling national days in China, whether it's the People's Republic of China or the Republic of China on Taiwan, something we see every October. I'm Ross Feingold, and you've been watching Taiwan Hashtag.